I love my Gourmand fragrances, especially if they do smell like perfumes, but still have this yumminess to them. So I have five new gourmand-ish perfumes for you, and we're gonna test them out today. So the first one is from Vivamor Parfums, and this is the first one I got to try from this brand. It's called Caramel Pop, and I love the fragrance 71 by Sol de Janeiro, which is basically a caramel popcorn kind of scent. And so when I saw the notes for this perfume, I immediately had to order a sample. This has the main accords of Gourmand, sweet and spicy, with notes of, in the top, caramel popcorn and bergamot. Heart notes, caramel, orchid, roasted chestnut, and base notes, benzoin, bourbon vanilla, and cedar. And so, of course, a lot of people say that it smells like What About Pop by the House of Oud, the 71 Body Mist by Sol de Janeiro, and I had to try it because the 71 version from Sol de Janeiro is beautiful, but of course, it's a body mist and it's not going to have the longest lasting power of all time. Although every time I do wear it, I get a compliment, especially by women. So you do smell it, but it's not the longest lasting, most projecting fragrance. So, as I said, I had to try it, and let me tell you, it's beautiful. It smells almost exactly like the 71 perfume mist by Sol de Janeiro in the beginning. So in the beginning, it just smells like caramel, buttery popcorn. It's sweet, it's delicious, it's yummy. As it dries down, it to me reminds me more of the What About Pop by the House of Oud, because there is this cedar in there, and cedar is a very woody scent, and the What About Pop also had something that was very unsweetened to me. This one is more sweet, but still has the more unsweet parts of the What About Pop. So I'm not too sure if it's going to be one that I have to have in my collection, but I do like it a lot. And a lot of times caramel scents are too much for me, and this one is not. It is very sweet. As I said, you have to like caramel popcorn types of scents. But if you want that je ne sais quoi in there, so it's not only just smelling like straight up popcorn, maybe this one would be one for you. Also, I heard that these are not too expensive. I would have to research on that, but you get quite a big bottle, and also I saw a lot of sales going on a lot of times. So I think you can get a great deal on it. And I heard that there is one new one, I think it's called Tago Mago, which a lot of people love, and one something Mischief that also is very popular. So I have to try those out. But for now, the Caramel Pop one is a hit, and I do like it more than the What About Pop, which is quite controversial to say, because so many people love the What About Pop perfume, and I love the House of Oud. And I really wanted to adore What About Pop, but to me, it was a little bit too unsweet. I wanted to have a little bit of something sweet in there, and it wasn't enough for me, let's say. So this one is very good. Then we have a cheapie. I'm not too sure how easy it is to get this perfume in Europe, but in the US, I think you can just get it on Amazon, and they have a perfume, a fragrance mist, a body butter, stuff like that. So this is called Pistachio Biscotti by Pistaché. And the bottle actually looks quite cute. And this has main accords of sweet, gourmand, and creamy. So many people told me, because I said that I'm searching for the pistachio scent, right? So I was so hyped up to get this because so many of you told me to try it, and I hate to break it to you, but it's still not it. This is a beautiful perfume, don't get me wrong, but to me it smells like a almond biscuit. We have those types of biscuits a lot in our supermarkets, as well as we have like a cookie in the bakeries that has like roasted almonds on it, and they are coated in sugar. And it's super yummy, and it smells exactly like how this smells. So this is super yummy. It's super gourmand. Does it? It does lean in a perfume-y direction because it's the same. I always tell you, I don't know what it is, but in a lot of those more niche perfume houses that do gourmand scents, I get a similar strange note, and I do not know what it is. Almost like old-fashioned, classic, powdery, but synthetic at the same time. I don't know what it is, but I get it now. Like after a couple of minutes, you get this other note. So I'm not too sure, but the first 5 minutes, it's heaven. It's so, so yummy if you like almond cookies, almond biscuits. But pistachio? I don't get it. I really don't get it, unfortunately. The next one did have a small hype around it. This is called Panettone, and the perfume brand is called Milano Fragranze. And I don't know if you have Panettone where you live, but we have Panettone for Christmas a lot of times. And so it's something very, very traditional and something that straight up reminds me of Christmas. This is so good. So to me, it's not really just panettone. To me, it smells like a gourmand, spicy apple Christmas candle. That is what it smells like to me. It has something almost like bready to it, yeasty, which to me sometimes smells like candles. I don't know how to explain it, but this is not super, super sweet to me. So I don't get just the gourmand parts. To me, it does have something artificial and perfume-y to it. So main accords are gourmand, sweet and spicy, and it has quite a lot of notes. In the top, it has bitter orange, Devana, mandarin orange, carrot seed, and ginger. You get those spices, definitely. Hard notes are rum, everlasting flower, and base notes are guaiac wood, but synthetic, and vanilla. And to me, do I get the rum? Do I get a rum? I don't. Yeah. I do get the rum. I definitely get the sugared, gummy-like fruits, the dried fruits, and the sweetness, the vanilla. I do get, but it's not too sweet. And as I said, especially as it dries down, it gets like a candle direction, which is why I'm not sure if I would get it as a perfume for me to wear. But I think if this would be in a room spray, this would be perfect. Like, it's such a happy scent. It just makes me feel like it's Christmas time. And also kind of reminds me of apple cider at a Christmas market. So to me, this is a Christmas perfume in a bottle. Maybe I have to get back to it when we are in the depths of fall and maybe in the beginning of winter. And I will see if I have to have a bottle of it because it's just a happy scent. It was a very, very nice surprise. Okay, this is so hyped up right now. This is Sirène by Fragranze du Bois. And first of all, the bottle is amazing. It's so beautiful and it is so hyped up. I was expecting something else. This has the main accords of fruity, sweet, and woody with top notes, cherry pepper, heart notes, lactone, frankincense, oud, base notes, labdanum, benzoin, cypriol, cistus, and oak moss. And so many people said that this is something else, something innovative and the best cherry scent out there and like nothing you've smelled before. To me, don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful take on a cherry perfume. And I would be very happy to have this in my collection. However, I have a lot of perfumes that smell like it or similar to it, like Oud Nude by Gourmand from the Arts and Materials collection is to me almost a spot-on alternative to it. It's also quite cherry cough drops like, but in the best way possible with oud. It's quite boudoir like. It has something powdery in there as well. It's super well made and it reminds me a lot of this, as well as Duchessa by Gritti or Khaltad Night by Attar or Narcotic Delight by Inicio, those types of perfumes. It does go into a more fresh powdery direction. Duchessa, for example, is very sweet, very thick, very heavy, as well as Khaltad Night, Narcotic Delight. They're a little bit more heavy and sweet. This one is a little bit more airy and light, but the Oud Nude one is the same. So I don't know, I was expecting something far more sweet and creamy. I was looking for like a cherry ice cream type of scent. That's what I imagined when I heard people talking about it, but to me it's not that, and it's not as innovative. But maybe also a lot of people do not know the Oud Nude one by Guerlain because it is not a super hyped up fragrance in the collection of Guerlain Privé. But I wouldn't go out and buy this perfume immediately, but still it's beautiful. And the last one is also quite hyped, I would say. This is Red by Sora Dora, and this perfume house has a lot of very innovative perfumes, and so I was very intrigued to try this perfume, and it did not disappoint me. That's a good one. This is a good one. It's so good. So this one has main accords of spicy, fruity, and creamy with a lot of notes. It has walnut, caramel, musk, cardamom, fig, mandarin orange, nutmeg, sandalwood, woods, clove, coconut, bergamot, jasmine, mugwort, sunflower, iris, pink pepper, and so on. A lot of people say that it smells like Gris Charnel by BDK. And I would say I do agree, and I don't. To me, it is a lot more fresh and creamy. And what is in there? Something nutty. I think it is the walnut actually that I do get a lot in this fragrance, which is so amazing to me because I barely ever see walnut in a fragrance, and to have it in like a more potent percentage in here, it's so good. So this one does also remind me a lot of Changing Constance by Penhaligon's or Minuit et Demi by Fragrances du Bois, but goes in another direction. But they are all in the same family of creamy, sweet, spicy perfumes that have a certain lightness to it. They are not like heavy, spicy perfumes. And so for me, they're very easy to wear actually. And I can see myself wearing it throughout fall and winter, maybe even into spring. It's so nice. Not like something extremely new on the market, but still hitting the spot because of the creaminess. Maybe it's the coconut in there. It's really good. Let me know if you've tried any of those Gourmand perfumes, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!